Oh, I should have read it as a limerick black shard. That's the problem. Do you guys see the game now? I can walk into Kim's room. Wait, the game doesn't let me walk into Kim's room. Oh, it is. Alarm set for 6:50 a.m. You get up early, Kim. Medicinal supplies in the cupboard.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You may have notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Oh, he was running in and out of the room. He was protecting me. I'm such a burden. I should just fuck off. I thought I was dead for a moment.
Back there on the plaza, I think you very nearly had a heart attack. Alcoholism has damaged you more than bullets have. We should go.
Well, that was unnecessary. You didn't have to comment on it like that. A bit rude. Alright. Oh. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. Oh, okay. You shouldn't run anymore. No more running, chat. Looks like she left something on the table. Oh, it's a letter.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note.
Are you still
A few
making the
lines
creepy
jotted
expression?
down
I
in
am.
large,
Yeah.
uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift.
What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note.
So she didn't kill him.
It's hardly surprising.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting.
But
on
why
the
did she
note.
lead us?
She
Like,
was in a
she
rush,
misled us a few times,
but
didn't
not
she, guys?
panicked. Deliberate. Focused.
Alright, let's go find out what happened anyway. Something upstairs for us to solve. Oh! She put up a string. A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes. A man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Cool! Bug! Bug might be, still figuring out the mod things on this channel. I misclicked. Please unmod me.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of
B
possible
sharp sharp, the
angles,
island!
from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
Is she trying to tell us a shot came from the island?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was
mod.
standing
Pet
on
bug.
the ring antenna. It is where the
I
thread seems to
forgot, we
point.
need pet the Cora and pet the bog emote. Jay, are you in the chat? Or maybe Noz even.
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
That's true.
She had a long time to think about it after.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
Of course we don't trust her.
I don't know. At this point, so it is.
For a second he seems tired.
Maybe we need to get to the island.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around.
Kim, let's
mountain
go to
maze
the fucking
looking
island.
under every rock and talking to every person.
Of course. I mean, how do
Let's
we
go.
get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Figure out where to go next. Shout louder, Jay's in the mines. Jay! Nas! I've been summoned. We need Pet the Cora and Pet... The fuck? We need Pet the Cora and Pet the Bogamotes.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of
Bog.
the fight that took place
We
here.
have Cora emotes.
It smells of blood
Well, we can
and
ask to
heavy
get Cora
fuel
emotes.
oil.
And we can get Bog. Do you know Bog's evil one? The sticker that we have in Discord. We can have that being one. There we go. We have the emotes already.
This was Cindy the Skull.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is and blood. Some of it is even yours.
My blood? Oh, Jesus.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers? No. Bad idea.
Okay. Sorry.
I thought he was gonna set fire to it. And I set fire to the rain.
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse
Oh,
than
Jesus,
I thought.
no rush, Nas.
Believe me, I know all about that kind of
Just
pain.
a
I've
shout
had
out.
hip trouble for the past week. Maybe it's time to slow down. Enjoy.
Okay, no. Come on, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go. I wonder if you didn't find the bullet. Because I did waste one bullet. I wonder if you didn't have the bullet, could I have not taken the shot? If I don't do it tonight, I'll forget about it and then it won't get done. You see, I hate that you said that because that just calls me out. And this is why I never get anything done.
What happened?
You're not limping. You're you. She sounds almost disappointed with you.
Got shot in the foot, it was pretty
Reprimanding
badass.
you
I'm a
for
cop.
falling and hurting your knee.
Look at you, you can barely walk. Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real good. What happened to you anyway?
She heard
We
gunshots,
heard gunshots
from
from the town.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
I also got shot in the chest.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
Oh.
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
Of course. That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried.
Maybe he can roll.
We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two.
Official police
Official
business.
police business.
Official police tofu.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes.
Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the bombed, for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself, always steer clear of it. She looked at you
Hasn't
and she
been
said no
there herself.
drinking. I'm totally not
has
drinking
then?
alcohol.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful.
Okay.
Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it...
Alright, let's go. We're going on a boat. Gonna go swim on a
A
little
skiff
boat.
with a small steering engine
Swim,
in
swim,
the back
swim on a
floats
little
on the
boat.
calm mirror of the sea. Its two
Wiggle,
seats
wiggle,
are
wiggle,
empty.
wiggle.
Once you get in,
Wiggle,
that's
wiggle,
it.
wiggle, wiggle.
One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. Have you made all the necessary preparations?
Closed all your
Closed
accounts.
all your accounts?
I think so. Can't say that. It's basically where we're going. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm happy. I don't have any side quests left. I'm happy to go. Oh, 17.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank.
What?
What's what? You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine, why not?
Very cool. Now tune it to SAD FM. SAD
Maybe I should
FM
have gone-
is a radio station.
I should have gone to the drugstore and bought some moral painkillers things because I can't afford to lose any more morals. Anyways, it was nice knowing you, lads. Choo choo!
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally.
Like the song.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever.
Pet the mods. Pet, 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 pet.
Want to be free. Want to be free.
Pet the Jimmy.
It will last forever.
Late 90s shoegaze, Radiohead vibes in this music. I don't quite listen to music like this usually. It's nice.
And the trees are green and overhanging, like the light free and everlasting. And the trees are green and overhanging, like the
No need to be rude to me.
and everlasting. Want to be free. Eternally.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Alright, okay, let's have a look around. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. A rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used
For
for?
bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Lock the
As a
bay?
defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Oh, okay, I see what he means. I think I understood what he meant there. Oh. tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Attention! Inflammable. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel, black, viscous. There's a lingering trace of mazut in the air.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away,
haven't saved the
birds'
game
wings
in
touch
a
the
while.
still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind under the rain quietly falling on the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, the soft raindrops. Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
To the west.
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
Bye-bye, quails.
The faraway roar
Quail
of
eggs
the
are those
city,
really tiny
distant
ones,
like
right? I've never
today's
had any
dream.
of them.
Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers. Raindrops fall on water, strangely quiet, forming circles in the distance. A low hum. The air slowly
They're pretty
moves
fancy.
through a
I will see
concrete
them in the
box,
Asian store
through
when I
its
go
ancient
buy.
slits and cracks,
of my-
resonating, hollow. A big building.
The ingredients I need for some of the Korean dishes I make.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless.
Bulrush.
Bulrushes motionless. A drop of rain falls on a black log of an extinguished campfire. A jitter. A
Jitter.
sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Yes,
It's pretty silent on this island.
it is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, never mind. Let me save game. I forgot I haven't saved in a while. Whoopsie daisies. I haven't had my nap yet. Oh no. You should have a nap. And a cookie. Naps are best when you have cookies. This barrel says ICM. You can see a star and little specks on it. Warm blood trickles down your armpit. The ligature is off. It's nothing. Oh, that's not what I thought that would be. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Okay.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
What is ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army.
Oh.
The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM.
Oh my days.
It's impossible to say. It was
Hi
chaos
Alex,
after
welcome
the
in.
war.
How are you doing?
The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying
What
around
I'm hearing
all
is
that
we
weight
descend
on
from
your
a
busted
glorious
crutch
revolutionary
is
army.
making
It's a
you
little
ill.
embarrassing in 51. No, maybe we need a rebrand. ICM sounds like ICP. Very close to the international collaboration police. Nice and normal that way. Just catch
This
your
is
breath.
better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
That still only counts as one. Oh, lemon of love. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
No, an upside down star.
With its horns in the
Oh,
sky,
communism.
the symbol of the commune.
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw.
Yeah.
The city is full of things like this.
Okay. Save game again. I don't know if I should be saving this much before entering, but I feel like we need to. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but let's go in and see what happens. Okay. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
Oh, to see if it was active
It's
anytime
cold
very
now.
soon. Okay,
But
cool.
someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
Oh my days, Noz, did you already add a Korra emote and a Bog emote? Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Pet the Korra is still processing. I don't know if you know that. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Class. We have Pet the Korra and Pet the Bog now in the chat. Thank you so much, Noz. Really appreciate your work.
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere.
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Nice, we do. So if you guys have 7 TV emotes, you're more than welcome to use them. What about Bonk the Bog emote now? Oh no, I didn't read it in time. You guys distracted me. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. Are they not showing for you? No, they should be. I just checked. They should be working. Did they work for anyone else?
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories
and detective
from the 20s
stories.
and 30s. Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T
I reload and still no.
husband and wife.
Oh,
Widely
Meteor
read
says
by
they see
people
them.
from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Thanks for the 3 street shake. Let's go.
Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica,
Light
an international
erotica.
thriller about
Wonder
circuit
what
benders.
light erotica is defined as.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. This is maybe it's a little old-fashioned.
Okay.
The print in some of these is pretty small though.
Oh well. I feel like maybe I'll save
There's
my
a
level
greasy
up
old
just in
spring
case.
mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White
Oh.
linen and a pillow are visible
bed made
under
out
a
of
worn-out
books.
caracal blanket.
Hi, Curly. Welcome in, sweetie. How's your Monday?
Someone has been squatting here.
Welcome,
The linen
welcome.
is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
It's amazing. How you doing? Really good. Had a long stream today. I
You
wonder
know,
if I'm going to
officer,
finish this game
you
today.
can rest here
We have
if you are
question
feeling
marks if we're going to
tired.
finish this
I
game
will
today.
keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No time for
Yes,
rest.
anytime.
You don't have to be a hero.
No, I don't want to rest. Thank you, though. Appreciate you, Kim. Kim is such a sweetie. Is this the Curly? The one and only. Oh, nice. I got moral medicine. I got more moral oh, shit. Is this like a boss fight where the game prepares you to get absolutely shafted right now? The Curly. Don't we have chocolate bars in Ireland called Curly, the Cadbury chocolates? Aren't they called Curlies? Or am I making stuff up now? I could be making stuff up. This was once an armament rest. Those are called Curly Whirly. That's true. Those are Curly Whirlies. They're really good. Well, they were good when I was a kid. I can't eat anything that chewy anymore because, you know, I'm old now with my teeth. I've heard of them. You haven't had them? We should send you a package just for you. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Not to be confused with Piggly Wiggly. Is that an actual thing, Blackshard?
The keys rattle like teeth.
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here. I think, yes. Let's see.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
I've got a Piggly Wiggly 3 blocks from you to us. Really? What's a Piggly Wiggly? Okay, you have to educate me, guys. What's a Piggly Wiggly?
After you.
What's there?
I don't know. Don't worry. I have a gun.
I also have a
I
gun.
know. It was not easy to acquire.
Aw, don't hold that over my head, Kim. This hatch is jammed. There's a door here. What's this door? Oh. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Where am I? Maybe I shouldn't be here. It must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. It's just called Piggles. Oh, it's a grocery store, but you don't have to wear shoes. What? Are you serious? You're pulling my leg. I don't believe. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. The inside of the fortress. You made out a console and the blast doors. Music is nice on this island. I saw the Instagram stories of the Vegemite. A weathered artillery map showing coordinates of the Bay of Revershol. An old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with drow me.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered
Isn't
by
Vegemite
the
like,
crumbling
I
roof.
don't know.
At the head of
I've
it,
never had it
double
before.
embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single
We
person
found the
mattress,
sniper point,
modern,
guys.
Civilian use, and an empty can of beans on the ground next
Beans?
to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important.
Yes,
This means the same
Kim.
person could have visited both locations.
Yes, Kim.
I didn't see
I
any
was
signs of
right.
smoking inside,
I
though.
was right.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window, quite old and grimy from
You either
years
hate
without
or love
cleaning
it. Okay.
by anything other than the rain. The springs
What can I
screech as
say?
you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
They just eat too much and don't know how to eat it.
The red chimney and collapsed back.
One
of
day
the
I'll try it.
four-story
If I ever
tenement
see it in a
front
store, I'll
of the
see if I
whirling
can
in
risk it.
rags.
How do you put it
Rue
on
de
toast, right?
Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that.
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against the cheek rest. Hand on the hair
Kim, I could
trigger,
make it. I could make
on
a
the
shot.
calm.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
I don't know what that tells us.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
He looks north, over the
We
fortification.
know where the sniper
Then
shot from
at
it, but
the
we still don't know who
mattress.
the sniper is.
Then again, his face twitches.
Where?
He does not answer, just nods.
We should move now.
I wonder. Oh, what's this though? Toast with butter and mayo? With come on and herder! You did not just say those words. I did not just hear you or read. You say, I would rather eat toast with butter and mayo! Mayo! What in the world? My days. This winch is broken. Rust has eaten through the remains of the chain. The depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast.
A strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. In the rain mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected.
I'd rather
Tall
coffee on my
edifices of
toast than mayo.
ruins reach into the water,
Jesus.
like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down.
Confirmed. Tofu hates eggs. I like eggs. I like eggs. I was going to say I love
Islets and
eggs, but that's
posts,
not true.
like stepping stones.
I get egg yicks sometimes. I don't know. Does anyone ever get it?
Commander, set a new course.
There's coffee in that nebula.
There's coffee in that nebula.
I unfortunately get egg yick if I see even the tiniest bit of egg white not cooked. And the last 3 times I had egg Benedict in a restaurant, it tends to happen where because they want to make the yolk and eggs Benedict still gooey. Yeah, it just, I get the egg yolk. It's I hate when the egg white is just still raw. Yeah, those uncooked whites are disgusting. It's so off-putting. So if I see even a little bit of egg white not cooked, I'm like, oh, no, I can't eat the egg. It's ruined. It's just ruined. I can't. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Is that the flower that I tried to catch on the roof? A rubber, dingy, it's deflated, broken. I see, Jenna. But, you know, I do have rules in this stream and this channel. Oh! And we all must follow them, and I can't make exceptions.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle.
Rifle!
He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts.
This
His
is the
eyesight
murderer,
is
guys.
sharp.
What?
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Ooh, I kind of like that line. I don't know. That was actually a good line, guys. Sadness is a mental illness, a weapon of the bourgeoisie. Oh, Oh,
The fascists
I
were
like it.
right about rock and roll. It is degenerate, hip gyrating, mental illness music. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done. It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samarin made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of it?
Oh, Kim sounds excited.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now, like chalk wiped from the board.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in 06.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth.
Damn dog.
Damn
Why am I a dog?
dog.
Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me. Okay, that's a weird thing to say. Sir, I need you to put down your gun so we can talk further. We're the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
There does not seem to be a magazine in the well. The rifle's side is clearly visible.
You don't even have a magazine.
You're right. It's a good thing I got one in the chamber.
Okay, so he has only one bullet.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Can I level up my authority? I cannot. I have clothes that could increase the authority, but...
It's a good line, but your voice slips on, Commander.
A big-time operator, the pederast.
Why
out.
do I have to go embarrass myself in public?
How about I
Every
keep it,
goddamn pine.
Hand it over to
Fine.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Oh, Jesus.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me.
The gods are laughing at you today, I know.
Sir, it's out of bullets.
Okay.
Like an amputated
It's okay, it wasn't that
limb in
important.
sand.
It wasn't that important. All is fine.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving.
Why do I have to
without a
embarrass
sound.
myself?
A strange sadness, like a song.
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-grey and same colour as the sea.
Real music. Real brilliant cult. That's aifhliaehrlwqkehrwlkrh.
It's really
Not
gonna
your
needle
rock
you.
and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black
Chanson
and
de
whites.
soldat? Is that Song of the Soldier?
Marching song. Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
There you go. One of three. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favourites of history. And in Sinyao, it was... some Samaran shit, I guess. How did it go?
He looks at his gun on the ground and shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
Oh, are they
He
actually?
waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several
Modified?
times. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch
Larry's failure
that's
to
seen
tolerate
too
this.
much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Worn, personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
Am I supposed to know
Jacketed,
who this guy is?
military
yet?
grade
I feel like I
ammunition.
don't know who this guy
Stable
is.
in flight.
I'm going to
Good
say
for hitting
clearly he's
something
the
that's
murderer.
Very, very far away.
He says mostly to the old man.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does
Doesn't
not answer.
He's
He
talking to me,
just
but he doesn't
stares
talk to
in
Kim.
front of him.
What's his name? It just says the deserter?
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. This looked very much like the murder weapon.
My name
Okay, here we go.
is Josef Lilianovich
Joseph
Drost,
Lilianovich.
political commissar of
He
the
must be Grad.
114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol.
That's true,
You mean
Naz. It
the
is the fourth
You're
person
a
I'm accusing of
holdover
being the
from
murderer.
From the Insulindian Citizens
Hey, Pikachu.
Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency.
I wonder if I should have asked how Rene died. What if he got sniped?
I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat.
Hey,
and
welcome
thought
back.
Mazovian
Exodus, how you doing? Hi,
socioeconomics
Znar.
were fallible.
He's just coming in at the ending,
For a
I
second,
think.
I doubted
I'm
the
not sure if it's the
irreducible
ending,
laws
but-
of historic materialism. A second.
This
is
is
all
the
it
fourth
took
time I found the murderer.
for reaction to take hold.
What's the reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men. It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
The lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook, but does not take it out.
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland. In the
Damn.
bunkers there.
He left his
like
men behind.
The weakest of the weak. A mouse.
Shit,
Frightened
that's
at
pretty,
the ordnance all night. and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky.
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction.
Seen what?
It was real. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it.
How does anyone survive? I steal supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
He coughs once more, then puts his hand on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
Oh, he
Red,
must be very sick.
like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail. Good for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
TRCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities? I have been running out of that stuff.
This is a serious situation. You looked over.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine.
He did call me a dog, you're right.
Moribund. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only.
Is this like the
A
relation?
decade of
Or where I start to relate to this
I
guy?
don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins.
Average
glimmering in
conversation
the
with
dark,
AI. Is this the kind of
like a
conversations you have with
fucking
AI experts?
merry-go-round. It's
That's troubling.
disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol.
Okay.
We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the
You
whole
mean the landing,
world.
retaken of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow.
He winces.
I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Someone who's come to the end of murders. I know what you mean.
You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
How have you concealed all of your...
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds.
I see Exodus.
Floodlights on the water at night.
Probably good advice.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and
Boogie
Boogie Street, of
Street.
course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just... So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Damage
I
beyond
know.
use.
So you've been there.
Sleeping.
Oh, there was like
Some
mattresses and stuff there,
Ammo
yeah.
scrounging on others. Those McGraves
If I remember
were shit,
correctly.
even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting.
Little
Little
dots.
dots on the map he's walked across.
The propaganda bunker.
I used to.
I
but
used
not
to,
anymore.
but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Killed
A lot of
themselves?
our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground. I do.
He does smoke. Ever smoking them on the
They're
mainland?
good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
The old man looks across the water. At
You said
the
this
city,
is your termless
the ruins,
surrender.
The motorways rising above it.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
We're with the RCM, let's leave it at that. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn RCM into... We enforce law. We keep those animals from...
You're the
from
RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, Le Parti Communiste. Don't take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
The communists signed the revolution instrument.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time?
This
Because
party
the
didn't
party didn't
surrender.
surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
You're insane. Radio shows, speed racing, sporting goods. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army. Trained in historical materialism,
A very true
then
Scotsman
assigned
of
as
him,
a
is it?
political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small
I
tremor
remember that
pass
story,
through
Kip.
his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution. A future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology.
Does that mean you're a trained communist, right?
He
What
nods
do you mean a trained
slowly.
communist?
Then another tremor.
43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting. Always waiting. Always
What?
for her to return.
For her?
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
I can assure you that is not what people are planning. I've been there. The city is a tinderbox. Makes it happen. Women will always betray you. Women!
They
Women.
have you. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore. However hard I try, there's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What strikes you about this gaunt man
Ooh.
is not the stomach pain.
I
or
needed
the
to level that up.
or the malnutrition. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild, indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again, erratic hand motions.
I've used it for killing people.
Okay.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
Class war is never over.
Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue.
Oh, as if we know
Something
what
you
battery
haven't felt
acid
in a
is
while.
like at the
But-
tip of our tongues, right? We don't know what battery acid is like at the tip of our tongues, chat.
This is what you live for. The
This is
great
the shit.
serotonin jackpot.
Why?
The solution.
Is my drugs coming in now?
Go in straight. No euphemisms.
Okay.
He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Don't mess this up. Remember, He
Did you use that
wants
gun
to
to shoot
tell
and
you
kill Colonel
it
of the
personally.
Secretary Control Colonel? I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two?
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
We would never do anything like that, like lick batteries.
and why did you think that was a good idea?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
Wait, what?
I do not collaborate with
Is he not admitting to
murderers
it?
and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those treks are so confusing. Go with
I
something
don't need your
else
cooperation.
first.
I've got this. We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had
your
a
mom says
long-range
okay.
rifle
What?
in your possession.
What did I just read, Science Bish, from you?
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die.
Done that part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight from the window in all of Martinez. The view is perfect. With a pair of binoculars, I could have seen in the room.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Oh, remember when we talked to the dead man? He said communism killed him. Obviously, it was like a weird conversation I had.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun.
The dead
Not
man
like your
said
little
communists did
musketeer
him
pistol.
in.
I've seen you prance around with that.
Oh my days.
Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He would have a good view of the tribunal from
Saved
here.
a lot of them.
It's
Stop
not just
changing the
empty
subject.
boasting.
You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those murderers rip right into them. None of those people
Even the
mean
fat one.
anything
Oh, Jesus.
to you. The vultures
They're really going
feed
after
on
Angus
this
in this
city,
game.
and you prepare the meal for them.
You're getting diverted.
Push the
Push the gun.
So you watched the fight? Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing.
Your plan, that's true.
You got
He
them
triggered
killed.
this whole thing.
You don't know anything.
A twitch runs right across the side of his face as he stares the lieutenant down.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
The lieutenant looks at the weapon demonstratively, dramatically asks, "Do you think we have the murder weapon?"
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it. Good.
The lieutenant takes out his notebooks and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
The old man does not say any more. He just glances into the reed, then twitches one more. "You're a communist. I talked to the dead man. He told me communism killed him." I feel like I shouldn't say either of these two things, to be
You're
honest.
lost, Dwat. You're lost. Petty bourgeois law.
A drop of blood in the saliva. That's right. Pile it
Oh,
all
okay.
on.
You're lost, Dwat. You're lost.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
Oh,
The old man looks at his rifle in your hands.
Petty.
A drop of. That's right.
okay. I'll
Pile it
press all the other
on him
dialogue.
now.
Just
Stupid Dwat.
The lieutenant
Just to
looks
unlock
at
more
you
dialogue,
with
'cause I don't know
worry
what else to
in
do.
his eyes.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. It reeks of crypto-fascism. The
What?
parasite class use intuition to justify their rank in life. It's all just palmistry and magic, Earl creatures. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
Oh, from the radio waves.
He does not
suppose
answer
he's
the
blaming the
provocation.
music.
It does not look
It's a
like
great
he
word.
thinks this approach worked. But still, somehow you knew it was a communist. Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case. The
Maybe
vision
I'm just
was you
anti-communist.
remembering that. Was it supposed to? The inland sea is dark, vast, and on the surface, meaningless.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
Wait, here it
Ow!
comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof. There were Maybells in the grass.
That was really loud in my head.
And Maybells on Clausia's
The headset was
balcony.
made it really loud. I said this already about the flowers on the rooftop. I said this right in the beginning when we came onto this island.
And nowhere else.
Nowhere in the Martinez.
In all of Martinez.
She was here.
Wait.
Ow!
Forget the
Stop
footprints.
hitting me!
The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Of course, thank you, Head.
You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year,
Okay, she wasn't
too.
here. He was there. That's what it
The
is.
spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood.
Oof.
Resurrection. was
What happened?
Snow
We
White
got
in May.
slapped twice.
before
I
they
think I
ruined
slapped
it.
myself twice.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any
You had to shake
secret
those
paths?
gears in your head. Yeah, I
In
had
the
to.
workshops?
Had to. I don't know. I don't usually hit my head. I know I like do pinching stuff to get myself thinking, but I don't hit
me.
myself.
Clausia.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
He turns his sight from the whitening field of the flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaws twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile.
A
A
crooked smile.
crooked smile. Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are?
I used to hit my head, but I've been trained to
Sansa.
stop.
Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Duras.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sensorique, and the size is
42 to
42
44.
to 44.
Usually involuntary on cupboard doors. Why don't you close them, Bog? Are you one of those people that leaves all the cupboard doors open? You deserve that. That was mean.
These
That
are
came off
not
harsh.
the
I didn't mean that.
unusual
I take that back.
horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
People change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there. Fuck.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters?
What if he's not the murderer,
They
guys?
must have really loved that
Oh,
day.
shit.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash.
It's not the
around
shoe
fire.
print. Oh my days.
Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop
Oh?
beating druggies and prostitutes in your
Did he do it on
basement.
purpose to get us here?
Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot
Shot
him.
him. Say
Say
shot.
shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did.
Well, we
I
got a
saw him
confession, ladies and
kneel
gents.
there with his mouth full of
We
death,
have a confession.
and that stupid look on his face. And his nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there
that
were
dialogue really
Maybells
quickly.
everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own, and so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
Single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex through the scope of your rifle that night before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly. Very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective?
Why were
don't
you looking
understand
at
this
them
part.
at that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes through his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
We pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
You were jealous of them having sex?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode.
Wanted her to see his head
That too.
explode. I don't know if the dialogue was
She
correct
should
there.
know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
The caliber of bullet he used does not do that kind of damage.
How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark.
The passport.
Still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then,
Past the Fell building on the coast?
hiding something in the water.
We already
She
know
had a
this, though. We
fag
checked
after
this.
she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her. Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there...
Did
to
he take
Cachet
it?
Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth.
Did he
near
take
the
it or
Pale.
did he just look at it, I wonder?
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers.
I suppose you wanted to
I
screw
put them
around
back.
with people on the island.
If
but,
I
you know,
wanted
what
to
do I know?
extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was
Scooter
surprised to hear her
references,
name
yeah?
Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
Yeah, her name was Clausia. You saw her name on the passport before. When I said her names, you didn't seem to recognize it.
It didn't say Clausia in there.
Ah. What did it say her name was on the passport?
It was something. I don't remember. Why would I need that trash?
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean and bruised all over. Black
Bruised all
and
over?
yellow. I could see she's taken a
beating?
beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run.
She was beaten up. I don't remember that.
Capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo and glasses.
Forged.
Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of the rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
He must have climbed
Oh,
to the
for
roof, maybe.
fuck's sakes.
I have my ways.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling in rags.
How could I be
Those
failing
were
these?
your footprints. You just change your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez.
Thank God, the lieutenant is picking it up.
Yeah, thank God, because I'm a
But
loser.
That nuke too?
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You
Light?
turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit.
Those two took the cake. You hear
So they
the
did some
familiar scribble of the
crazy
lieutenant's.
How did you get in there?
I'm guessing
The
more
hidden
than just
thing will watch
drugs. Sacrifices? I don't know about
I
sacrifices.
can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen?
How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare
Spare
key,
key.
like the one hanging behind the Union box window.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this.
Did he fall in love with that woman?
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly,
Is
like
he crying?
stones dripping with water.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on
Oh,
something there.
and why he left the flowers by her window.
It's weakness, I know. No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room, the day after I killed him.
Oh, that's nice. At least he left some flowers for her after he killed
Yes.
her lover.
I don't know why I do the things I do anymore. Maybe, I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years
I
ago,
would have killed you.
I
He's
would
just
have
given up on
killed
life now.
you.
That's
In
why he's
the
admitting everything to
silence,
me as well.
The lieutenant draws a line in his notes.
Her.
There's a twitch in the corner of his eye.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she, that Clasier?
She got away. We
I
don't know
haven't
where
seen
she
her
is.
there for days. Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know.
Oh, wow.
In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island.
That's his retirement plan.
At night, crying.
I hope
and
my one is
smoking
better
on
than
the
this
roof,
one.
Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
A tragic comedy.
See if he killed anyone else.
Prostitute.
Maybe this is not the only
Rented.
murder he's committed.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. Because of the
Martinez is
racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's
their
their
favorite thing to do in the
favorite
whole
thing to
world.
do in the whole
Okay,
world.
okay. Redeeming quality
Listening to
here, guys. He
race-themed
hates
radio
racists. That's
show.
great, right?
In pump full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr.
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III,
Murder on the town
a
square.
syphilitic
Spit on the working
murderer,
class.
on the town square. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins.
There's so much to this conversation with him, guys.
Intense, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht,
Oh, not Joyce.
licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform,
Throwing balls all day?
throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves.
Who's he referring to there?
The old loyalist ghouls still
Am I
parade
forgetting
the
about
ruins
someone?
too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon,
Rene.
or Coyamorang, or some other
Oh
island
my
they built their
god, he
palaces
killed
on,
Rene! I
feeding
didn't.
on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex.
I was
with their
literally
own
questioning whether Rene. I should have
Throughout
asked how
history,
Rene died.
Even the
But he
royal
said old age got him,
bloodline
no?
of the suzerain. It's all
Maybe it didn't kill
just
him.
an excuse for them to have sordid sex. We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
He breathes in, his breath heavy with hatred. You cannot make out a single word.
The disco whores are too much.
He doesn't like
Hatred
disco
shuts
whores.
down his brain's language center.
He was just talking about
Leave
Rene.
it
That's what I
only
thought, yeah.
A nonsensical sputter.
Because when we were talking to the other guy, he said that he kind of died
There
of
was
old age.
something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
Whores.
Okay. We don't like disco whores? Whores of the discos. There was something about that statue in the roundabout. And
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse.
Oh, that's
The
nice.
statue is an abomination. The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling
Oh,
wine,
the cocaine that he
cocaine,
took.
and monuments of himself.
Oh.
His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
That is technically possible. Although Philippe
was gonna ask, is that possible?
was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for
20
25 years.
Well, 25
What
years
a
even.
keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It forgot. The party had each of the 141 Philippian monuments detonated
We'll be here a while yet.
with plastic explosives.
Should I be skipping this
We were
conversation? I know it
pedantic
might not be
about
exactly
carrying out
to the
the
murder,
order.
but it's kind of interesting to
No.
talk to him about this. It kind of ties in everything
Some
we've
advertising
uncovered about
cockroaches
Revachol during
used
our
their
stay here in
accumulated
Martinez.
capital to erect a new, ironic version of it. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity.
So you can contract syphilis
Wait,
via
the
birthing.
bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The
Oh,
statue had been
yes,
shot.
the bullet
That was,
hole.
it had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
That's it for the statue then.
The fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too. Shared with the law. Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
That deformed toad?
And deformed
I
toad.
wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart
What?
one.
Edgar.
Edgar?
He talks a big
They must have
game
sent
about
Sarah
uprising. and social bait.
You've talked
First
to Edgar?
against the wall with him.
He stops poking at the ash now.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. Stepped right off the boat
did
and
he
walked
get him
down
to...
where you came. I even kept the door open for him. I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they?
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I would a fossil.
I was
in
thinking there maybe
uniform.
Edgar hired him.
Offered platitudes about the
Yeah, that's
struggle.
true. We do have the motive, but
Flaunted
that's a
his
really
pink
flimsy
degree. Even
motive.
quoted
Little, you
Martha.
know? In my opinion.
Never trust
could have
a
been more
social
political.
democrat who
But
quotes
I mean,
Martha.
he is politically driven, but he's not really.
Oh, and charity
murder anyway.
too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and
Aw.
social housing.
That's so
Let
nice.
me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him.
You think
be
it's because
there.
he's sexually frustrated?
Understanding
I feel like
was
that
a
wasn't really the
courtesy.
motive, but maybe
But
he's
why
dancing
such
around the
a
reason.
courtesy?
You know why I killed that fucker, Duat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them. But he's insinuating something. There is more here. You can feel it. He was not outright lying, but almost. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water.
20 years ago, when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the union yet, did they?
Hey,
He acknowledges it. Here we go.
that bourgeois cow.
Tiffany
Tiffany
Holly?
Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation and money.
She liked that
She
too.
liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker. She was, and she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work. Called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away, vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
You could swear you could see the embers glow again under his eyes in the dust. Edgar had someone make the call. Why is that, Mr. Dross?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is.
Why?
The bend in the river.
Because she was dead.
How come? I'll say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung.
Fell into the canal.
Fell into the canal, grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job.
Moving target.
She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her. And the ruins.
You shot her.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is nothing changed. Not in the material base.
Doesn't matter who
not
you
in the
kill.
hegemony.
Doesn't matter who you
There
move.
was no
Someone will always come
uprising.
and rise in power
Just
and replace the
words.
same thing that
The
existed.
union fizzled.
You can get rid of the
Sobbed.
people.
Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
Okay, so he did assassinate
If
him
you
for
were
Edgar.
to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW.
Prisoner of war.
You were in a war. You were on assignment.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end
I don't
up
think
as
this
a
game is over, is it,
collaborationist.
guys?
I've heard it on Channel 8.
I have to clean up a
40
mess after
AM,
this.
Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays
Well, we
everyone.
found out what happened to
They're
the previous
all
four
already
women.
locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball, one ball against the other. I've always loathed that.
Oh, that game that I failed
That is
awfully.
not a working class game.
That I failed
Royalist
awfully, and
goons
it made me
played
feel like I was
it
holding my
life
sister's
itself.
breast.
Click,
Not in
clack,
reality, but that's what the
across
game told me.
water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. I remember him. I remember him from La Noce.
He
Not
listens
him
a lot of radio.
personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. That one.
There's a crater near the plaza where the lonely pine tree stands.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine
Not
today.
even Gaston.
Not even Gaston.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant.
Just begging to be
Just
popped off.
begging to be popped off.
You'd like to
Not
kill him?
yet.
Not
I like
yet.
to look at him
Jesus.
strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his
So
face.
he had the gun
and
aimed
just
at so many people
fiddle the
across
trigger.
the water.
Think
Like he
about it.
was ready to shoot
Let
everyone
the
and
bomb
anyone.
melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later.
He is the juicy bomb.
Why did he Kim
Only
say
a
that
treat
cheerfully?
For the black day, the blackest. When
you
I
hear,
put that
Kim?
gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. Better. I even hid
should always
one
have one
bullet,
for him.
so I'd
Rene's
always
dead. He
have
died of
one.
old age.
No,
Yes.
I waited too long.
He was going
I
to
waited
kill
too
Rene.
long, and now he's dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Drake. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all
Kim!
dead now.
What are you doing? What is this
If he really
dialogue?
wanted to kill him so bad, he
He would have done it.
There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands.
And I blew them all.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, never mind. You cared about
All
him?
human beings care about each other. I
Sorry you
cared
couldn't
for
kill him. What the fuck? I
seeing
know,
his
right?
explode.
Some of
Now,
Kim's dialogue here has been a
God
bit wild.
You think I haven't seen people die?
Oh,
It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die.
It doesn't look like he is. Okay.
I'm glad we talked
Glad
about
we
this.
talked about what? What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by
What?
the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Kim played him?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Perception, hearing. Hearing. Wait, is it perception? I think it's perception. Nice.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. Something completely different.
Sounds like
It
a
sounds
bow.
like a bow, very slowly being
What?
drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Cheshkim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls.
What's happening? Oh my god, is someone going to take a shot? Oh my god! It's the cryptoplasmid! Oh my god!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the
It's
reeds,
real!
limb
It's
by limb,
real!
to
Get
then
fucked
just
to all
stand
of you who said it wasn't
with
real in the
its
chat
sidewalk
and
arms
shamed
in
me!
ghostly
You
silence.
guys shamed me! You shamed me!
It's
Let's
still
go!
there,
I
an
believe!
unfolding mechanism
I
of
believe!
reed-like chitin hovering in place.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is
Oh
over
my
3
god!
meters tall.
I can't
It looks straight
believe!
at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
Take that, chat, for not believing in me.
You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't
Kim,
make
can you
out
see
what-
it?
I can see it.
Okay, thank
4
god Kim
simple
can see
words.
it. Thank god.
But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
I'm gonna say it again really quickly.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs,
Oh!
antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. Reed-like tufts stick out
It's
of
so.
its joints.
It's kind of creepy
As the
looking.
insect moves
But
its
it's
forelegs,
giant.
it produces a faint hiss.
Fuck the murder case. There's
like
a Pokemon.
reel-to-reel
Exactly.
machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Nice.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air.
Oh, it's smelling
It's
me.
smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below
Okay,
it
Kim,
now,
take a
looking
picture.
up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The insect stops its stridulation.
Oh,
seeming
romance the
to
stick
observe
bug.
you. Below its crown
How the
of
dungeon
reeds,
master
little
would be so
pinprick eyes
pissed of
detect
me.
motion, glittering. Suddenly, there is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life. Its limbs
Your wife
moving
will start
independent
forcing
of
you
each,
above you.
praying to you.
That's right, pray. Don't pray to me, I'm nothing. Hands down
Sets
instead.
of complex eyes follow you.
It's so
Droplets
cute!
of dew on either side of the head.
Maybe it is real. The pheromone.
Oh,
About
yeah.
now, he is ready to believe in anything. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads.
It's
They
so
rustle
big.
as the
I
air
didn't
moves.
expect it to be this
The
big.
ventricles at
Like,
its abdomen
it's actually
continue
ginormous.
expanding, like lunglets, breathing you in. Your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze. No reply. A total ancient silence. Come, you were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the
The
creature.
foam is white and yellowish.
The faintest smell, like you've never felt
foaming.
before.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The
True.
foam slowly
It could be
turns a
poisonous.
darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect
Yeah,
moves its mouth
the
parts,
ones on
masticating.
would have never caught
The
it,
little
like that
bubbles
little
begin
trap.
to
That was what I
burst.
was thinking as well.
What? Letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Nothing.
Fuck.
It's simple. It's spread too thin among its limbs.
I'm not going to do a
Performing
photo just in case. I feel like
incomprehensible
maybe
operations
something
on
negative
the
will
world.
happen to that.
And as you back off, the phasmid also takes a step back into the
I'm so
reeds.
sad I failed the role.
Something tells you the next time you engage and disengage, the arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses of the tape that's come to its end grow more distant.
I don't know if that's how it works to rap. It's too late to level up. If I roll it, I have to leave the conversation and level up. So Maybe I can level up now. What was it got? Inland Empire? I think it was Inland Empire. So it can work now if I have an opportunity to talk to it now.
Hissing and
There we
clicking,
go.
The arthropod
So it works now.
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the insular.
She sounds like the dice maker.
350 years,
Hi,
I have
Dimitri.
hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with.
GLaDOS, is that
questions
you?
and
I
voice.
think it's the dice maker.
No
Sounds
one
like a similar
unnoticed
voice.
by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Samanese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions.
She's seen
And
it
yet I
all.
was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semi.
Oh, okay.
What were you born to detect? I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not eat me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you.
She loves me! That's
Tell me
insane,
is
what the
love
hell?
to you?
It's wunderbar.
Holy is the Lord of hosts, and all the earth is filled
She's
with
in
his
love
glory.
with me.
Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim,
Oh, not that word.
moist, shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of
Wunderbar.
sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing.
Why did she say she doesn't have a soul?
I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache. Are you sure? Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna. Yes, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk. Yes, thankfully someone ate it. Not even the birds know that. Not even the
Thankfully,
water
someone ate it. Thankfully.
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or a reed. Yum yum.
Wait, so
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds?
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, phasmid?
Yes. I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively median life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Aw, fuck.
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by
Oh
you,
my god, I
eating
can't
away at
believe.
reality. A great, unnatural territory. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the
Damn.
stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Where's
Everything
Hal?
your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror.
What if you
What
blink?
if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
But I want to blink to undo 12 billion years of matter expansion. I've already forgotten the whole world once, when I drank too much. We'll be extra careful not to blink, stick and sick, don't worry.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look
You're
like?
just staring at it.
Oh, it doesn't... You don't know I'm them having a vision.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No. I told you about as bad as our fate.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I met, you are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go.
That woman?
Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, he smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it. She was hell on earth. It doesn't take 3 meters deep to tell you that.
Okay.
Take a picture! Selfie!
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword.
Oh my
The phasmid
days! Look at that
freezes in its bright
photo!
light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash.
I got it.
Slowly reach out and touch the creature.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you
Nah,
barely
that would be a
touch
good
the tip
poster.
of the left whisker. On contact, the kiting curls into a spiral. It is surprisingly delicate.
Oh.
The curly end of the whisker, like a young vine.
It's not...
It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front
Lick
of you
your
stays
finger.
frozen. A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs.
It jumps back to
jolts
life.
back to life. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Lick it for science! No! Lads, don't lick things without knowing what they're... Especially from alien-looking creatures. Okay, that was a pretty wild moment. I can't believe that
And
phasmid showed up.
Just like that, it's gone, skating away
Wow.
across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
Collection of items? Sat in the
Looks
reeds.
like a nest of some sort. We should have a look. Apparently, yes. Like
It's
a
like
water
water
strider.
strider.
Only
What now?
our suspect is not looking so good.
Okay, 2 seconds, but there's stuff. Ooh, fair weight helmet. That's the helmet! It's rifle scope. Placia's passport. Hey. Chat, can I ask you, do you think we have 2 hours of stream left? ETA. I'd like to know, because I need to know... Do we have all 4 armor? Nope. What's my ETA roughly? Here. Should I finish? Okay. Sorry for that interruption. I really needed to pee. Apologies. I was bursting for ages, but like so many hype moments were happening. I was like, oh, I can't. Do I have the full suit now? I think I do, guys. Oh, I don't have the boots. I don't have the boots. I didn't take it off him.
What is it? Something is very wrong with him now.
See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His
I have to miss the
gap-toothed
blend. I have to
mouth
lie down.
shaking.
Take a nap. Relax. Thanks a million for watching as far up here as you did for Zerp.
A light shiver passes
Is he
him,
dying?
followed by nothing.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock.
Oh.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the
phasmid,
the combined
yeah.
stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Quite a few things about that health
You
check
couldn't
you
see
did
it,
on him
Kim.
make
It's just
sense
the
now.
reason for him. Before, when I evaluated Slade, he seemed strangely
He
animated.
was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the phasmid.
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
He couldn't see it, Kim.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take note. I hope I remember all of this.
Of all people!
This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it. He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did,
The ebb would pull it back here. Okay.
This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. This is an old man, at last.
Let's have a closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
I lost.
You lost him, Mr.
He
Dross?
turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind.
I
His
don't know
back
if this
is
is the
slouched,
end.
and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
We should think about getting back to the mainland.
Okay.
To get help.
Suppose we should go, but I think your damaged psyche has earned its rest, no matter what thoughts and dreams may bring. Oh, do I want to? Use the boat to return to mainland. What I want to do is I want to look at the inventory. I want to interact with the passport.
Issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents.
She gave us a real name the second time, at least.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classius, or whatever her name was. Hiding place?
Perhaps for some black... I think the phasmid took
Like
it.
a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
Why did it take it?
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it.
A curious octopus would do something similar. Or even a cuttlefish.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk.
Okay,
Yes,
Kim, you know what I was trying to say.
She said it would
There's no
be
need
for
to be so...
Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Actually.
Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name. Where Klasia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Wait. He opens the notes. She said it would be for Anouk.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alazia or Klasia or
Damn
Anouk
smart
Meyer-Smith.
lady. We'll probably
we
never
didn't even
catch her.
scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
Damn. Devil woman! Where's the exit? Is it this way? No, I think it's this way. So I have the quest to rest. Maybe I will rest. Just to complete the quest, but I don't know if I need to. Look, we'll just do it. Bear with me here,
A
guys.
greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner.
The offer still stands.
You face the concrete
Let's
wall.
have a nap.
There's less light
Reserve one
there
for a nap.
in
We
the
should go
dark
for a nap
corner.
as well.
Like a dog, you lie there.
Curl up with your knees close to
The
your
blanket
chest.
feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass.
Half an hour.
Half an hour maybe. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness.
Hey, Madison.
It's evening. Sleep.
The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. No! Oh, this way. I've been abandoned! The door is back. Like you never opened it. Maybe the other beach this way? Woo, achoo! I just woke up. Good morning, Edco. How are you doing? Blah, yeah. Achoo, woo. Was that very scary sneeze? Sorry. Go down to the chain. There's something there. I don't think that's the chain. I wonder what chain the game is referring to. Maybe here? Oh, over here. I remember. The chain was over here. Now do it. Walk into the water. I don't want to. I'm walking on water! You see her footprints on the water.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism. internationalism and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand, off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi
must be a
and
dream.
Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
It's a pretty voice.
Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder.
Anyway,
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there,
In
in
Grad.
Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as
1
well
million
be another
kilometers?
lifetime.
How big is this planet?
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters.
What?
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever.
What?
That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't
not
try
kiss
to
her
kiss
yet.
her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try it now.
It's not. But
She looks at her feet, little golden sandals. But what? Tell me there's something
I
good.
don't know why I said but.
There is no
There
but.
is no but. That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times.
It sounds like a wife leaving
You
me,
will
guys.
get over it. Just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Oh, it will?
Where in hell?
Good for me, where in hell? And fucking hell, I'm not getting over it at all. You're right. I don't even remember you anymore.
Oh yes, she'll come around now.
Oh,
Her
fuck's
innocence,
sakes.
Dolores Day, fiddles with the handle of her airport bag. I don't understand. It was...
She's herself
she
said it.
We were bad for each other, okay? I was bad for you. Can you not see? I'm
Bad to the bone.
I had to stop. I couldn't just turn into a bad person. You will get better. It just takes some time.
Okay, she's
For
definitely
you,
sounding like a
I
wife
think
who
it will
left me.
take something like 20 years, maybe. It was hard for me too, you know. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her iris is light blue, flecked with green.
But I can.
20 years, that is so much time.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
So you felt that way once? That you cannot live without me?
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone. No, Harry. We can't.
Why?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? We should just try all
Yeah,
good
why did
things
she say I'll
twice
get over
and
it in
then give
20
up?
years?
By that logic,
What went wrong when we tried again?
I don't know. Please.
Why can't we be together?
Harry. We can't be together because you're insane.
Insane like what? Cool insane? I'm not insane, don't
they're
say
turning
that.
moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get a hold of herself, brushing her hands.
I don't want it.
I thought you
It
liked
looks
figurines.
expensive. That's not what figurines do, Harry.
But what, the figurines don't do
She
anything.
looks at the headless found rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say. The figurines don't do anything? Yes, I thought it would be.
I have dice!
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome. I didn't ask for things.
What?
It's too late to give me anything.
The figurines won't win her
I would
back.
have
They
liked
do
the
nothing.
headless fallen rider. Back then.
What do you mean by insane? I'm a new man, weighty and normal.
She doesn't know what to say.
I'm so fucking normal right now.
Yes, okay. I'm glad.
I mean, I'm a moralist. The other moralists almost took me away on their airship. I'm not broken, insane man who can't live without you. I know I made mistakes, and I've taken full responsibility for all of them. So you can live with me again if you want to. I'm better now.
It doesn't sound like you're better at all, Harry. It doesn't even sound like you're a moralist. It just sounds like you want to win me back or something. I don't want you to try that anymore.
Oh,
okay?
she's so over us, guys.
It's too sad.
This is beyond repair.
Total annihilation. We got annihilated, Harry. It wasn't about responsibility at all. It was always only about you having no power at all.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her.
Wait, okay, now it's
For
going back
effect.
to the fact that she's
All of
Dolores.
it.
Just let
No
her go,
silence.
Harry. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Okay, Harry. Okay. It was morning and you slept. The room smelled of cigarettes and Rowans. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. It was autumn. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word.
Lads, this
Harry,
is like
you
the
were the
backbone of a
coolest.
relationship, of it when
But
you get
I'm
into
no
a
longer
relationship
that
young,
person.
and then
This
you both grow as adults, and
Has taken her place.
you guys just change as
It
people.
will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
What?
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now.
Okay, that
A
escalated.
DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's
It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it,
We used to come here
300
to rent
meters from the
videos.
there. You
points
could not
across the
pay
water.
the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, 42.
42.
That is the light rail that took me to Quran.
That's not
to
bad
school
for a
and work.
pointed-eared Dolores
Every
day.
morning. It's the same stop I met you at, Harry. 100,000 million
Final
years ago.
count.
42.
42. Oh,
No human
that's
being
not
should
bad
still
for
remember
a
the position of
20-year
atoms
elvish
such
princeling.
eons ago. It must feel unnaturally sad. A sadness so ancient, it is shared even by archaebacteria. Is there really anything left?
Thanks for the 42.
If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome.
Don't let her. Don't let her go there. You should redo the topics. Go over everything. The things you didn't say before, too. Make it go on and on.
No.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've all...
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about
I
everything.
should let her go.
You should go on without me.
Hold on.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight. I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened?
Okay.
A year?
I got confused.
2,
I thought she was
5
my wife.
years ago?
Like, she
Right
was in
here,
the shape of
tomorrow night.
Dolores, but
Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening.
3 times a
3
week.
times a week, at least.
Really?
And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. I'm suffocatingly beautiful.
Wow.
And young.
Self-centered much?
And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago. Oh yes, this is real darkness.
Oh my
It's
god.
not death or war or child molestation.
Jesus Christ.
Real darkness has love
It's
for
your
a
wife
face.
in your head. Yeah.
The first death
You should let her go.
is in the heart, Harry. See you
But
tomorrow.
also... What? Just be confused. Just be confused. I think the dream is why Harry drinks. Damn.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
My sleep was deep and invigorating. Actually, it was a total annihilation. You're a badass like that.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go, team. It's time to solve the case. Maybe I should have roleplayed him being desperate and trying to get her back, but I feel like the reality of the situation is... yeah.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Maybe I should have
Next.
probed more dialogue
We're
just to
done
get
here.
more context.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Who's waiting for me? The woman is gone.
Look what the tide brought in. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses
from the Whirling in Rags.
But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're bleeding.
No one seems bothered by the bleeding. Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several
Yeah!
occasions.
I talked with him and his kid.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Oh, that's awkward.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it.
Wait to feed me
among
to the
yourselves.
wolves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this about?
Harry, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best
What?
an enthusiast in cognitive science. My
going on?
background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
You weren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman. Turns out to be special consultant trends. Duped again. No one says who they are. You mentioned a task force? Where have you all been? I feel like I can jump straight into this.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Why would you leave a literal police god? I'm not like that anymore.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived.
Hey, I'm
Nothing
not
has
a sorry
changed,
cop.
Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
What do you mean, cafeteria man? I never fucked him over. I helped him.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. Mixed with blood.
It was the one janitor delinquent. Yeah, I wrote that.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
Why does he keep calling me shit kid?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you,
But did
me,
you pay for?
Jude,
I did
Tron
every single
fucking
time. I
Heidelstadt,
paid off all my room.
and Guillaume baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore. Dude.
That's kind of funny
It's a
twist of
major
events.
crimes unit. We cleared the desk of cases, so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry.
I
Because of
solved
you.
the case. It's not
the
my
41st
fault.
isn't...
Not wishing to finish the sentence.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning,
You forgot both who you are and the definitions.
And the definitions of money, Isola, pal, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him
Yeah,
before
when I
when
was talking to
Harry
his
did
kid.
not seem to know who I was.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you?
Neurologically, psychologically.
Psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I might have something to do with an anomaly. I'm a highly experimental detective. It was a defense mechanism. It might have something to do with an anomaly in the church. 2 minutes. No, I made it all up. It was a fancy. I drank so much I lost my memory, and I'm slowly recovering
He
it.
is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it
I'm
happening.
gonna assume that that's what
I
happened.
believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times.
So this is
After
normal.
some of the more
Everything is okay,
serious
chat.
benders. One was after the two drunks case. The other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering.
Poetic.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared.
Although it's been
That's
like
where he
5,
would have
6
gotten
days.
the idea.
7
Yes.
days maybe?
Practice.
Oh, I've practiced memory
And then
loss.
he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect.
Okay,
Look at the sensory
what are these
input.
fancy words?
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes.
For 40 years
The
as a
people
police detective, he's like a
live
magnetic
here for
reader in the
40
world tape
years.
to borrow a known
As a
metaphor.
police
Harry's being
detective,
pushed,
he's like a
flanked,
magnetic
totally
reader,
input.
hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent.
He's just talking about, he's
absolutely
inputting his political...
I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Line detective is good for now. He's wrong. I'm too far gone to work. Fuck you all. I don't want...
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Jean! Don't
no,
be so mean to me.
nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage?
Oh.
Why is it there, Harry?
It was stolen by Shakop. It wasn't me, it was stolen. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk. I'm just going to be plain honest here. I don't know if
So
honesty is the
refreshing.
solution.
He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
He squints at it, suspiciously, trying to ascertain if it's not a blue candy wrapper
Why
or
is
a
he
piece of
squinting at it?
Okay. And your gun?
What is it with all these material objects?
Ah, he has it.
Okay.
I thought it was in the ocean. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I didn't lose my gun. I have my gun. Show him the gun. I haven't started drinking
So
again. I've been taking
you
drugs,
forgot to
but I haven't
drink.
drink. I
I
haven't
don't
drunk.
buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I'm not going to talk about the bug. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad. Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape. A certain classier.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself.
Oh.
In the head. Or the fact that you're aifhliaehrlwqkehrwlkrh's little peony now.
Wait.
Dude, I don't know what
That's
for
not
him.
what's actually happening.
That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
Jean!
Compared to the 7 people
Stop
who were gunned
being
down.
so mean
The
to
streets
me.
are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He
They're
did
being
everything he
mean
could.
to me.
We did everything we could. The company hired
Okay, Kim has my back.
mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his
Okay,
own
Kim
life.
is Kim
He was shot, not once,
trusting
but
us.
twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Detective, it's better if I...
It's so much better if he does this.
A million times better, that's true.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Ah, yes,
You've
be nice to
stand up
him.
quick with him. On this case, what is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the
Come on,
drinking,
come on.
the gun losing,
Come on, Kim.
also
Be on
losing
my
the
back.
badge. That's all true.
Oh, no.
Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Oh my god, remember that time I didn't drink the bottle?
See?
I wonder if that actually...
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He
Self-flagellation.
likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree
Wait.
murder.
Dude,
It's not a good
Kim,
communication
what are you
strategy for an
doing?
officer. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He
Kim!
grinds. He makes the real.
What is going on?
He's a visionary and a money engineer. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea. And the drugs, of course. Amphetamine, mostly. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with
I don't
him,
think he's really
he
on
has
my
not
side.
once stopped pursuing leads.
He is talking
however
about my
far-fetched
choices, yeah.
and tangential.
I did do
He is
drugs. I didn't drink alcohol, I did
madly
drugs.
driven.
Yeah.
And he solved it near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended the
tatties are-
revolutionary
Yeah, he just
brigade who stayed
tattletaleed on
hidden
me.
for 50 years, ever since the revolution. Who's probably committed other murders over those years.
A new species?
Oh, no.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds.
Okay, at least it's coming from Kim. At
unfolded
least I don't
from the
sound
reeds.
crazy.
I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and
That's true,
shows
we do
it
have
to
photo
the
evidence
officers
of it, to be
across
fair.
the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the
Boom,
largest
shakalaka,
land invertebrate
motherfucker.
ever discovered.
I'm so
Fucking hell.
tempted. I was so tempted.
Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yes, I believe the pheromone emits is responsible for the girl's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange,
Kim legit channeling the
atypical
game, watching your
dementia.
game
He
decisions.
fell
He
into
was
a
judging me
stupor
every
after
step of
its
the way.
appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case.
Okay.
Now is the time. Now or never.
Can I... We also have a strong motive for her.
Lilyanovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilyanovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before
He killed a mercenary hoping to start a war. He killed him in fact of rage induced phasmid. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy. Oh, this is good. Okay, what do we think, chat? Did he kill the mercenary in hope of starting the war? He killed him in an act of rage induced by the fact... No. I feel like I'll go with number one, the jealousy. It's not the full truth, but it's the best one if I have to choose one.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilyanovich was an old man.
A strange psychosexual fixation. Aggravated, possibly, by proximity to the phasmid.
All of the above. Wait, was there all of the above?
He himself gave a political reason. Said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died. Right on the island. And 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
A win wins.
Oh,
a win's a win.
It's way more than
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism. It's way more than that. I'll win her back with this. It's my masterpiece. I did all I could. Every second was a struggle. Okay, all this dialogue options is terrible.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
Female? What makes
She had a female voice in my head.
It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior
Tim
too.
actually put an input about it.
Incredible.
That's cool.
Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's like a
you
magpie.
know, this would indicate it was a male.
Oh!
This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it.
Number 11, hardcore!
Must be robust if it
That would
can
have been a
move
great
whole
dialogue
helmet with
option,
its
Grimsel.
limbs.
It could maybe roll it.
Like a dung
like
beetle.
A dung beetle.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
It told me.
Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female. The
That's
bower
true.
would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense.
Very
Of
interesting.
course it does.
Yes,
Of course
but
it makes
also
sense. Mm.
reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional.
Cop
Carp
discovers
new
new
species.
Oh god.
Maybe even
When he wake
discovers
up,
the
Tofu still is
Insulindian
there.
phasmid. No, that's too much.
It's a long stream, Mord, it is. How you getting on?
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great.
Oh!
This does not
This is
say
great.
vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest.
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment.
But still.
Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Also, I started a nightclub. Okay, I'm not going to say that. The previous head of the Bar Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone
Turns out you're a good detective. Or a god detective,
understood,
even.
of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union related.
This has to
Political
be good
neutrality.
stuff for him to backpedal out
I
of
fixed
it
the strike
at first
situation. There was a
mention.
dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had
Oh,
Tim
that's
Brooke
when
and
they
Mullins take care
came.
of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes
Say
back
everything,
to
be
us.
frank. Some of them are very dodgy, Edco. I
Still,
don't know if I should say about
Good
the
work
nightclub,
with the
for
missing
example.
person, detective.
Although
It's
I did
still a
stop them
point for you.
from talking about the
No
drugs.
denying it.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice.
Kim had to
They were
step
going
in.
to drown when
Edco,
it
that was
melted.
terrible advice.
It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay.
Okay.
Get off this subject.
I also looked into the mystery of the Dune. No, I confiscated drugs. I also gave Kuno the drugs.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
The man looks westward, impatiently,
Tell me who I
jingling
am.
his car keys in his pocket.
No,
No, because the suspects seem to think.
you're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal,
Oh,
Harry.
sorry, I shouldn't laugh at
No
that.
mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle
Cryptozoologist.
Road.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Nice!
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid.
So it
It's
was a
their
trial. Wait, what do
discovery.
you mean a trial?
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change. Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
What? About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate,
Investigate.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom.
Come work in Precinct 41.
Work
Come join
with
me.
Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him.
Not a bad
Not a bad
one.
But he's at a loss.
It is a sequel based. It
Flattered.
is.
You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH
Ah!
first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant.
I do like the sound of that.
Precinct 57's finest. Recruit Detective Kim
He's
Kitsuragi.
really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go.
Let's go.
Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses,
Lieutenant Kim
80,000 living
Kitsuragi is
souls,
with us.
and
A
chimney
win's
stacks,
a win.
fire
A
trips
win's
as
a
far as the
win.
eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41
To Boogie Street.
forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs
Why not
bark.
ask about yourself?
A lone woman sits by a factory window.
I've kind of learned
dreaming of
not to
meteorite
ask
strikes.
everything. Only ask
On Rue de
like what you
Saint-Jérôme,
truthfully want to
a
know.
square bullet slides into a square-shaped
Maybe at the
chamber.
end I shouldn't have done that.
In Old South, a man without eyelids
2 seconds.
smiles.
Let me read this.
Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein?
Oh.
No. Vicmere? Yes.
Dubois, that's me.
Dubois? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list.
He's quite unstable.
I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor.
He'll side with
It's dim in
Revachol.
his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow?
Może być
Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Did I get a good ending? I feel like I got a good ending. What do we think? For our first blind playthrough of the game? It was pretty good. Bum, bum, bum. Nice. A solid 9 out of 10 ending. I'm glad I got a good ending. You didn't recruit Kuno though? No, are you serious?